What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, going back to Nirvana. Yes, indeed, Nirvana Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bibbity bop, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Angel Dust, Kavilla33, Andy, and Gumam Philosophus. Why not? And there's a whole bunch of other people too that I've seen so many people in the comments make, the comments of, I need to react to this song. So if I didn't mention your name, I'm sorry guys, there was a lot of people mentioning this. I could not get everybody unfortunately, but they all want to see me react to this song. It is Nirvana with a tune called Sappy.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone?
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hang on, I have heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Nirvana, yeah, surprise, surprise. And the video has 2.3 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right. Here we go. Sappy. Cool. That's all I got. It does say Nirvana up here. I'm hoping this is the right spot. I guess we're going to find out. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
And if you save yourself, you will make him happy.
This sounds like a demo. It does. It sounds early. It sounds like it's got minimal production on it. Vocals are getting buried. When everybody kicks in, like when the guitar really kicks in, with the overdrive, drums fully kick in, bass fully kicks in. It's kind of hard to hear the vocals. It is. There are times where the vocals are just getting flat out buried. And then there are times where you can hear them, but it's a little bit of a struggle. It's kind of a bummer. It is kind of a bummer. I do like the rough feel. I like the rough sound. that they're getting from this. I don't know if this is actually a demo or not. It sounds like a demo. Or at the very least a rough cut. Like maybe a scratch track to lay down so when they actually go into studio to actually record, this is what they're basing it off of. Very possible. I don't know. I don't know the circumstances behind this recording. I do like the roughness of it though. I got it. It definitely adds a nice characteristic. Kind of has a little bit of that 50s feel to it, like a lot of punk songs do. You look at the Misfits, for example. A lot of Misfits songs have this type of a drum, especially in the drumming feel. Doom, dat, 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 doom, dat, 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 dat. That type of feeling with the ride. Not on a hi-hat, but the ride. Ding, 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 ding. Just riding on that ride while you have the kick, snare, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, snare, kick, snare. You know, it's got a very similar feel to that. I like it. I definitely like it. It's definitely got a type of a Misfits feel to it, which I'm digging. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, and there's that 50s drum pattern. Interesting. Vocals got louder. The guitar solo from Nirvana, interesting. Close enough for jazz. I heard a couple of notes that didn't fit within the chordal structure. I heard a couple of notes that were like he was playing naturals instead of flats, and you know, majors instead of minors. He was like a couple of notes, especially toward the end, where it was really getting to be jazzy. But you know what? It's a guitar solo. It's fine. Look, this is not Satriani. This is not Vi. You know, this is not Johnson. This is not Saraceno. This is not Malmsteen. You know. Kurt said it himself, he's not a great guitar player. He said it himself. You know, he's not the kind of guy that's going to go out there and play a ripping guitar solo that's going to, you know, blow people's minds. I'm just impressed that they did a guitar solo at all. You don't hear too many of those from Nirvana, from what I understand. So that was really cool to hear. And yeah, like I said, it was a little sloppy, but you know what? It's okay. It's rock and roll. It's close enough for jazz, you know? Hey, it's close enough for jazz. Oddly enough, the second time on the chorus, the vocals got louder that comparatively to what they were in the first chorus. I don't know if someone made an adjustment or, and I thought about this during the guitar solo, maybe on the first verse, maybe Kurt just wasn't close enough to the mic. And maybe on the second chorus, maybe he was eating the mic. It's possible. You know, maybe he just got closer, which resulted in louder vocals on the chorus. All I know is this, on the second chorus, it was much more balanced. The vocals were above everything else, where they should be. So I got no problem with it. I thought the second verse sounded, not second verse, I think the second chorus sounded way better than the first chorus. Minute 11. Let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. Nice.
You will make him happy. Keep you in a job.
Exactly where I would have come in.
Make you happy. Give you breather holes. Then you
How are they gonna end? Unresolved. Nice. Very punk thing to do. Leave it unresolved on the 5th like that. Very cool. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be an interesting review. It's gonna be probably pretty short. But I'm probably gonna say some things gonna raise some eyebrows. I probably am. The mix of people do some double takes too and go, "What did he just say?" You know, I promise you, you're gonna find out what I mean by that. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Nirvana with Sappy. This was a request from Angel Dust, Kavilla33, Andy, and Gumam Philosophus, and a whole bunch of other people in the comments were saying I need to react to this too. So if you were one of those people, throw your name in that list, and there you go. We'll call it square. I thought about this, but I'm going to be honest with you, folks. I didn't have to think very long. The score came to me like that. It was pretty instantaneous, and my reasonings, they're gonna probably. There's probably a couple of things I say they're gonna raise some eyebrows and make people dig double takes and go, "What?" Trust me, you'll see what I mean by that. But I also promise you, it's all gonna make sense. Let's start with the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that a 7.6. Yep, 7.6. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Out of all the songs I've heard from Nirvana on the channel, I can honestly say this is one of the easier ones. This is one of the... I hesitate to see... I don't want to say unimpressive, because I'm not going to say that. One of the more less impressive songs, I will definitely say that. I feel very comfortable saying that and very confident saying that. From a chordal layout, chordal progression, melodic lines, it's pretty stripped down. It's pretty simple. I mean, it is. But here's the thing. It's within that simplicity that I think I enjoyed the song the most. It didn't require a whole lot of thought process. It didn't require a whole lot of brain work. I was just able to sit back, relax, and enjoy the song. I didn't have to sit there and figure out any crazy, time signatures. I didn't have to sit there and try to figure out any crazy theory when it came to their chordal patterns. The melodic lines were really easy to follow. This was just a fun song to listen to. Impressive? No, not even close. But it was still enjoyable. I love the drumming on this. I know this is gonna sound weird, but it had that 50s feel, man. It really did. And the funny thing is, I was listening to it before the first pause. I was listening to it, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. I was listening to it, I was hearing it, but I wasn't trying to map it out. So it was funny when I gave the analogy of that 50s feel, the two snare hit, the kick, snare, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, snare, kick, snare. I used that analogy using the ride on the 8 notes the whole time. Ding, 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 ding. And I was like, it sounds kind of like that. And then I hit play, and I locked into it. I'm like, oh my God, that's exactly what they're playing. I didn't even realize it. And there it was. And I was just like, oh, that's funny. That's funny to me. But I love that feel. And you know the other band that uses that feel a lot? The Misfits. I know a lot of people don't know that, but if you listen to songs from them, like one of the biggest songs they ever had, a song called Come Back. Listen to that song. You'll see what I'm talking about. You will absolutely see what I'm talking about. Or not so much London Dungeon. London Dungeon doesn't follow the same drum pattern, but it has the same feel. Theme from a Jackal, sort of. And there's other songs that they have that same type of a feel and that same type of vibe. But if you listen to those songs, in particular, Come Back, compare it to this song, and you're going to see a lot of parallels. I dug it. I definitely dug the song. The guitar work was really nice. I really was surprised by the guitar solo. You don't hear Nirvana do too many guitar solos, but when they do pop one out, it always catches your attention. Sloppy, definitely sloppy, but there is some charm that goes along with that. Remember, this is not Joe Satriani. This is not Steve Vai. This is not John Petrucci. It's not Eddie Van Halen. You're not going to hear perfect notation from Kurt. You're not. And Kurt said himself, he's not a great guitar player. He said it himself. He's not even a good guitar player. He's just a guy that happens to know how to play guitar. Well, it's obvious with his guitar playing. But within those mistakes lies some of the charm. You hear the expression close enough for jazz, right? This is what they're talking about. You'll hear wrong notes. You will. Within the chordal format and within the chordal structure, you're going to hear notes that don't fit within the chord. You're going to hear notes that should be flat, but you're hearing them natural. You're going to hear notes that should be major, but they're minor, And does it sound good? Okay. Technically, by letter of the law, does it sound good? No, it doesn't. But within this type of a song, there is some appeal there. There is some charm there. It's like jazz. Some of the best sax solos you'll ever hear have mistakes in them. They do. Is it intentional? Who knows? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I mean, look at some of the great sax players. Let's look at Charlie Parker, for example. Okay, let's take Charlie Parker. Some of his best, and he even admits it, some of his best solos that people say, oh man, that solo burned the house down. And he'll be the first to admit, I played quite a few wrong notes in that, But no, he wasn't going to say that, but in the back of his mind, and he said in interviews, I have played so many wrong notes in my career that people thought were brilliant. And it's so true. You look at all these other jazz musicians who were in the same boat. Tom Scott. Who else? I mean, not even sax players. I mean, okay, fine. John Coltrane. Why not? We'll put him in that. We'll put him in that mix too. Michael Brecker. Put him in that mix too. David Sanborn. Put him in that mix too. There's so many sax. But forget sax players. Look at trumpet players. Look at piano players. Look at guitarists. Who play wrong notes in jazz, they do. But at the same time, they make it sound good. And the same thing happened here with his guitar solo. It still sounded good, despite the fact that it did sound a little bit sour. It did sound a little out of place. It still worked. And it's really cool how that worked out for him. Let's see, what else? I mean, that's pretty much it. Honestly, that's really all there is to talk about. I mean, the song was cool, man. I dug it. It was fun to listen to. Would I listen to it again? Yeah, actually, I would. I would listen to this song again. I like the feel. I really like the feel. More than anything else, I like the feel. I don't know if this was a rough cut, if this was a demo. I don't know, but it definitely had that roughness to it as far as the mix goes and the sound goes. Like I said, the vocals in the first chorus, I felt like they were getting buried. Now, maybe that was because Kurt just wasn't close enough to the mic. That's possible. It's very possible because on the second chorus, vocals were right above everything else. I mean, they were at the top of the list. So, I don't know what happened there. I really don't. That's my guess, is maybe Kurt just wasn't close enough to the mic on the first chorus. But in any case, it worked out in the second one. It sounded good. I dug it. I'd listen to it again. Was this impressive? No. I've heard more impressive songs from Nirvana than this one. But that does not mean it's a bad song. I did enjoy it. I would listen to it again. I feel good with that 7.6, and that is where we're going to stay. So, 7.6, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.